In Vietnam, huynhtieuhuong, director of Huong Charity Center, has been well known among the poor, the disabled, and those in extremely reduced circumstances, as she has devoted all her life to them during the last 20 years. Her greatest happiness in the world is to have unfortunate children smile wider smiles, enjoy coziness, and beg the poor and the lonely elderly overcome their adversity as well. So she looked like a savior, a benefactor, or even a fairy who has come to their prompt rescues and have changed numerous lives of backlog people and families. But few people know that before turning into a reliable backbone to these unlucky, Miss Huong has experienced unhappy childhood, indulged in extreme hardship and misery. Why is so extreme hardship and misery? Miss Huong has been abandoned mercilessly since she was born till now. She has always wondered why her parents had left her, what serious mistakes she had made in the life, and never has she found out any answer, as she believed that parents have to protect their children, whatever going on, until they draw their last breath. In general, children are innocent, that can go with gusting wings if he or she does not get parents' protection. Parents are actual backbone and more secure shield for their kids. But where were her parents when she was a child? The orphan Tieu has tried to make a living in every corner of the street. During her wandering trips, she has been beaten and suffered sexual harassment by pimps and gangsters. But, ironically, she has become more and more beautiful and full of vitality. It is the very indulged beauty and vitality that has drawn attention of procurers, pimps, and gangsters. For a long time, they have persuaded her to sleep with certain men. In the red light district, Tieu has won hearts of wealthy men, and a luxury life is on the horizon to Tieu since then. But Tieu had turned her back to it and come a decision, which many people think she has been mad or crazy. She had decided to use all her savings for charity. At the age of 17, she has got and brought up 2 orphan kids, and now Mother Huong has nearly 300 homeless, disabled, and poor children. To help them enjoy a peaceful life like other kids, she has founded Huong Charity Center, a second home to these orphan, disabled, and poor children in Vietnam. The center has supplied them with motherly love, meals, and dreams. Like all the beloved kids, sometimes they cried out and wanted her to embrace them for lovely kisses. Tieu has usually shared their feelings about these kids with her friends. She said they are very so strange. They keep crying although you give them candies or new clothes, but they will stop crying when they are in her arms. Stop crying? Would you believe it? This is strange but true. These children are in such extreme need of motherly affection and caress that they are on constant desires of family love. So Mother Huong does her best to partially give them some of it. She cherishes them as the priceless that nothing comparable. Occasionally, many rich people and unfertile foreigners have come to Huong Charity Center to ask for adopted children. They are ready to spend mountains of money to the center, but the offer gets her definitive refusals. She wonders herself why she has to say goodbye to the children. She delights the parents who have abandoned their children. If she agrees with the suggestions, then she and they are alike. So no matter how hard her life is, she determines to bring them up to helpful citizens. As a common rule, all the children in Huong Charity Center go to school at their school age like any normal kids. For disabled kids, Mother Huong has invited teachers to the center. Those who like manual crafts like weaving, sewing, and making bottle products can pursue their dreams thanks to Mother Huong's utmost support. On test festivals, she takes them to enjoyable events, giving them delicious cakes, candies, and nice clothes. Apart from the best to her adopted children, Miss Huong is also giving her passionate thought to miserable lives in all corners of the country. Her love has warmly come to poor children from remote areas, the lonely, elderly, and disabled from the northern to the southern provinces. She has given them scholarships, wheelchairs, parcels of relief, money, and so on. The more she goes, the more her heart grows painful. She knows there are lots of poor people, while she can help few of them. Her ambition outruns her competence. So, in November of the year 2003, Tieu Huong came to the USA. Tieu Huong came to the USA, and together with some benefactors in San Jose, they set up an agency of Huong Charity Center in the USA. The center wants to draw more attention of benefactors to fulfill her dream of helping the disabled, the poor children, and the orphans in Vietnam and everywhere worldwide. Most of benefactors have seen through her enthusiasm, so they have warmly backed the center. Since then, the rising number of international delegations, including volunteers, have paid their visits to Huong Charity Center in Vietnam. Emerging from all differences, from skins, languages to continents, these volunteers and miserable children in the center have something in common, and this is human being love, which is immense and boundless by nature. The very driving force has made her stronger to get contact with non-governmental organizations and international volunteers to further call for support to miserable lives in Vietnam. And her efforts has paid off when she has been surfing information of international charity organizations and individuals. Tieu Huong has found out Free Wheelchair Mission, an American companion to have poor and miserable lives. Free Wheelchair Mission has agreed to support her nearly 1,000 wheelchairs to Vietnamese disabled people each year. Never has it met Tieu Huong, but the American company has fully trusted her, and all of the wheelchairs will come to the right receivers. And that is true. Each year, she holds tens of wheelchair renting sessions, and each time witnesses hundreds of wheelchairs come to their new owners. For the disabled, wheelchairs are more than normal vehicles, but priceless to their lives. The wheelchairs turn out to be mobileless, helping the disabled to go on and on. With the wheelchairs, the disabled lives will get stuck immediately, become longer and hopeless. With frequent contacts to the disabled and the miserable. Tieu Huong often feels her heart run with pain while she realizes their sufferings have come to extreme. Many people have said goodbye to their lives forever due to sudden accidents or innate defects. She thinks this is one of the greatest losses and comes to their rescues. She feels more delighted when seeing more happy faces get new wheelchairs. A single wheelchair can fully change the disabled life, helping them cross the immeasurable border between happiness and unhappiness. Therefore, many disabled persons have exchanged their confidence to Tieu Huong, saying that these wheelchairs will bring them back to life. They feel as if they have been revived, so Tieu Huong cannot ignore their simple and sincere talks, and she has spent all of her money and energy to pursue her noble cause to bring pleasure to the poor and the miserable. Thousands of poor and disabled people lie across Vietnam. They have to struggle with sufferings and encounter extremely reduced circumstances daily, as wheelchairs have not come to them. Miss Huong wants to offer them much more, but her ambition has outrun her competence, and she has suffered critical condition herself. Although she is doing her best to uplift the unhappy relief, she still turns to benefactors' wholehearted donation, especially from the free wheelchair mission. It will have her feel more confident to realize the disabled dream, the dream of misery conquered, and Miss Huong has great belief that when merciful arms still stay open to the disabled, the poor, and the lonely elderly, and when the free wheelchair mission remains attached to the Huong Charity Center, they all can dream their normal dreams and think of better lives as well.